What is going on? I'm Zedmont, sick Zedmont, also known as Anon Moose on the internets. The news out of Boom Beach today, the excitement today is the fact, Season 7 is over. Fairly great season, I gotta say. Started off terribly, but the tech tree was probably the best tech tree we've had in the entire Boom Beach history after you got smoke. Before that, it was just a complete and utter failure. But otherwise, this season was fairly awesome. There were a whole bunch of different paths, lots of different troops to use, and I managed to get to, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 engine rooms. Never actually set up a 6 engine room base. I just was busy and sick all weekend, so we never got into that. Let's skip over Season 7 for a second, though, because Season 8, they've added a name to it, which is an incremental change. I like it a lot. Don't have any idea what it means at this point. The guess is that grounded means there's probably going to be no air troops, no helicopters, maybe no critters. I kind of doubt that, but basically when airmen are grounded, it means that they're not allowed to fly based on the chats on the Discord. So pretty interesting potentials there. I don't know if that means that there's going to be like gaps in the floors that you can't fly over, or if there's going to be little, like maybe an island back here that you have to throw critters on that you can't get to because your things are grounded, or whatever that might be. So if you have any sort of thoughts on what grounded means, do throw it in the comments or on Discord or on Twitter or on the YouTubes, of course. So lots of little things going on there. And I really do like the fact that they have added a name to it, because it gives us something to talk about besides the fact that Season 8's coming, and it gives the idea of a theme to the season, which hasn't really happened before, that I'm aware of anyways. So I really like the fact that they're going to give us a theme. Maybe they're going to have the option of, we have names on Crab, obviously, but having the idea of themed warships seems fairly neat to me. I mean, I'd like to have like a Frozen theme where maybe we start with just Cryoneers would be absolutely insane, I think. We could have an armored theme. There's lots and lots of possibilities. And so far, Warships, I mean, it's coming along. Every season seems to get a little bit better, and I really do think they learned a ton. I hope they learned a ton from this last season as we watch our Zookas get absolutely murdered by mines. So let me know what your favorite part of this season was, if you quit playing this season, and if you quit playing, if you're going to come back, because I know a lot of people got very frustrated with this season because you just couldn't do anything at first unless you had instant training and or if you had smoke. So if you made some mistakes in the tech tree, it was incredibly unforgiving, but they managed to fix that by giving out instant training for a little bit. I managed to get through it just by retreating a ton of times. Sadly, we can't watch Warships replays, so maybe for next season I need to record some of my favorite attacks. How I managed to do was, I think I got as high as 23 on one of my accounts, which wasn't super high, but I thought it was pretty high considering the fact that I never actually sat down and grinded out some wins. With Warships, just like Mega Crab, you have to sit down and devote some real, actual time to it if you want to level up, and I just wasn't able to do that, or wasn't willing to do that. Not sure which one is more accurate, but it seems like a great season to me. I really did enjoy 5 engine room attacks because there was some neat stuff to be done as far as sending Seekers one way and using flares to send your troops the other ways. And I really do appreciate the fact that Seekers ignore flares except for when they've been hit by a shock launcher. Because it really did open up the option of having 2 completely separate attacks happening at the same time. And people have talked about how they want to have like a hero flare or something like that, so you can send your hero to one place and your troops to a different place. And Seekers really do give that option. Kind of like how Critters sort of do, but obviously Critters don't do nearly the damage that Seekers do. So I really do like the fact that Seekers don't listen to flares, and I really do hope for some reason that there are more troops that follow that sort of progression, because I just lost all of my troops. Wow, that was a completely and utterly terrible, terrible attack. I hate losing to people who have 4 ice just because I didn't scout and didn't see a mine. That's a bit of a tangent from the Warships chatter, but that's the beauty of the beauty of doing these things live, is that I completely and utterly screw up. For those of you who are unaware, my videos are basically done with me chatting at my device. There is no editing. There's no in-betweens. I could basically come up with a script in my head and write down some notes of things I want to talk about, but overall, or generally speaking, I should say, this is just me attacking. So you get me live, which means some screw-ups and some magical moments, but not super duper awesome on that one by any stretch of the imagination. But our heavies should come through, clear all of these mines, and then we'll just keep our Zookas alive. And that is why instant training is so magical, both for warships and for not warships. I really did enjoy my season without instant training on my other account, to be honest. This was the first season where I felt you could really do a lot of damage without instant training, because you didn't actually need it, because there were so many different troops you could use, whether you're using all bombardiers, or you had bombardiers and seekers, or you had heavies and rocket choppas, or there were lots and lots of ways. I even used all heavies and all warriors occasionally, or I would send 3 boats of heavies to the right and then some bombardiers to the left, trying to emulate the whole seeker thing. But the fact that seekers did not follow flares just made the season for me. I played with seekers in the past, but I think this season there was a lot more options for a mix of seekers and bombardiers. Let me know if you guys agree or disagree on that stuff. Maybe I just only started thinking about it this season, or maybe I've completely gapped out about last season. But nonetheless, we've got this grounded season coming. I really do hope there's some new exciting stuff surrounding the theme, and I hope they've done some troubleshooting into making this season a success. I really do think that this season was the biggest learning curve for them, because there were so many angry, unhappy people, and I think that's great for the game. I know that it sucks in the moment, but afterwards, I think that they got a ton of great feedback, because people who are generally happy with Warships didn't give as much feedback as people who are just absolutely pissed off, essentially. I don't know if that makes any sense or not, but I hope if you quit Warships in Season 7, you consider coming back for Season 8, because they've already shown just these little incremental changes. Now, there is the chance that we're going to get an update before that Warships season drops. They have done that in the past, at least twice, I believe, where we'll get an update before in the next 6 days or so. Maybe they're going to give us an update that will give us new troops or a new defense, or I'm not going to bank on that. I don't want to get your hopes up on that, but that's always a possibility. So let's just finish clearing my map. If we can't, we got one more base. Let's actually scout this one, see if we can finish on a high note. I'm just going to try and keep this video. Oh, what do we got? We got 1 shield gen, 4 point, what's that? That's going to be about exactly 700,000 health. Should be able to get rid of that, hopefully using Heavy Zooka. I use Heavy Zooka basically all of the time, and the reason for that is just because Heavy Zooka gives so much room for error as far as missing shocks or screwing up your attack or whatever it might be. Also missing mines, as you've seen from me in the past. We've managed to get all of our 8 boats nice and cozy. We're going to flare right into there. Going to get rid of those mines just in case our Zookas decide to do something absolutely dumb. We're going to back flare underneath the smoke, forward flare, and hopefully get our heavies out front. Throw some critters out and see if we can't just melt this shield unboosted. Now, some of you were saying I haven't been doing a lot of low-level attacks Honestly, I was going to do all of this on my low-level account, and then I clicked on the Warships icon and brought up the rewards and things like that. So I figured I'd switch to this account where I could get that nice animation where you get all your rewards and diamonds and powder and all that sort of fun stuff. So hopefully you guys made it to Legendary. Let's quickly check the local Canadian leaderboard. Mac Dawn managed to win it by the looks of things. Baby Shark down there. I believe Ryan is from Discord, so big shout out to Ryan if that's actually the right Ryan. Otherwise, Orion, look at that. Boom, Orion. Triangle 9 Task Force member. Well done to Mr. Orion. Let me know in the comments which rank you got to, if you enjoyed the season, and which troops you used most often. Only Legendary 4 this season. So I'm curious if Grounded season will be a little bit longer. I think ideally that it would be nice if we could get to Legendary X, Legendary 10 during the season. And the fact that no one was able to do that this season makes me believe that maybe next season will be a bit longer. 75% win rate. That is absolutely insane. Well done. 12814 heart squiggles. That's pretty darn impressive, I gotta say. Anyways, that's it for me. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Hopefully you're looking forward to Warships Season 8 Grounded. Hopefully my audio and video looks good. Just got a new laptop. My laptop fan is no longer screaming at me, thankfully, so hopefully that makes my audio a little bit better. But of course I had to reset up all of my settings, so hopefully this video works in the first place. Anyways, that's it for me. I'm ZedMont. I'm gonna go back to bed. I shall talk to you hopefully tomorrow. Thanks for coming in. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, all that crap. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for coming in. Peace.